Hey everybody, how you doing? Have a video for you today. I'm making a video on everything you basically need to know about brass. I'm going to be going over everything. How long does it take to tarnish? How to speed up the tarnish? How to prevent the tarnish? Anything you need to know about tarnish. What stages is the tarnish at? What will it get to? I'm going to show you everything we're going to need here. I'm going to have it all in segments, so if you only want to watch the segment you need to watch, you can skip through it. Just look in the timestamps, you'll be able to see everything you want. So the first things first, you're interested in getting a brass Zippo, but you want to know how long is it going to tarnish, how long is it going to look good, what can I do, all that stuff. So I'm just going to start off, I'm going to show you, this is what one of my brand new customs look like. You can see the high polish, you see reflections of everything in it. The light just hits it, blinds you. This is what one of my brand new looks like. This is actually T-Man's. I'm just holding on to it for now until I send it to him. And then if you're going to get it, like, I just wanted to show the engraved, because when you get them engraved, they the small engravings tend to reflect light in all different ways, and it seems like it takes longer to tarnish because of the light reflecting. I'm not really sure how that works. But then this is a pretty old Zippo. It's a few years old. I've never really touched it or anything like that. I took it out of the box once, wiped it down, put it away. The brass will stay in good condition. If you get a brass Zippo that you don't want anything bad to happen, you just want it to stay looking good, the best thing you can do is not touch it with your oily hands. Put it away, leave it like that. Maybe every once in a while put a little mineral oil on it, just wipe it on with a microfiber cloth, and then dry it up and put it back, and it'll also prevent tarnish. But the reason why, if you don't touch it, it'll stay good, Zippo already puts a coating on this. It's not like clear coat or anything strong. It's not that amazing, but it will prevent it from tarnishing just sitting in the box. Now, this brand new vintage look used to look a lot nicer, but I wasn't using it, but I was holding it a lot, and I rubbed it off, and it started to tarnish in the box, brand new from Zippo. That's fine. That's what happens when you play with them, right? The brass is going to tarnish. I don't care. I love tarnished brass. As we go on in the video, you're going to see exactly why. Now, I just wanted to show you what happens to a Zippo if you touch it and you leave it in the box and you don't use it at all. I've never used this brass armor once in my life, but you could see right there. See, like, this thing will come with scratches on it. Like, I've never used this. If you get a high polished brass, it will have fine scratches on it in the box. That's why I'm not really too big of a fan of high polished brass either, because fine scratches show up on it very easily, and it's very easy to see. But see right here, can you see that? That's my fingerprints actually, and it is going to tarnish wherever I have touched it. I'm gonna have to wipe that off. I opened the box and seen that, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be perfect for the video. So in all realistically, that's my fingerprints. You can see it all right there, and it is all going to begin tarnishing there. I have another Zippo that's old, that's brand new, that I've touched a few times, and the tarnished fingerprints are really showing up on it. But it is so buried, I didn't care. I wasn't digging through all that just to find it. And then in the later stages, like, see these ones on their end, for me, are tarnished enough. The one on the very end is what I consider a perfect tarnish. This is the goal I'm trying to get, is this one here. But I'm going to show you, like I said, as we go. So these ones I haven't used as much, so they're on their stages of tarnishing. There's many different stages of tarnishing. You see this? Like, these are fingerprints you can't wipe off. See that? It's because it's beginning to tarnish in patches. Eventually it'll all tarnish up and be even. There is a stage of it looking like crap. I would call these crap looking tarnish stage, because you get that blotchiness all over where you see it. There's blotchiness everywhere. So it takes a while. It does take a while. But what you're going to move on to is the better stages. I've been using this 35 replica lots. I absolutely love it. You can see it's getting there. The tarnish stage is getting there, but it's still missing something. You can see it's not all the same color yet. It takes months for it to get to the stage I like it. This is the stage I like it. This is the perfect amount of tarnish for me. Now you can see that my fingerprints are on the rose gold. This is a rose gold custom I made myself. But see the eyes and the teeth and the flower and the rose? They don't show any reflection. It's completely dull, and it doesn't show absolutely any scratches. That's why a perfectly tarnished brass lighter is the best, because it doesn't show scratches no matter whatever finish you have, other than black matte or like black crackle. But if you scratch through it, you will see scratches. But I mean, like, they're pretty durable. This is the best one to not see scratches on, is once you get it this polish. It took me about 4 months to get it to this kind of tarnish where it's perfect like that. It's on the same side too. The wolf is completely perfectly tarnished, absolutely gorgeous. The stippling is all tarnished well, all along the sides. My name, everything is just tarnishing perfectly. Even the bottom, you can see where I skipped off with the engraver there. But yeah, so like I said, this is what you're shooting for, but for your entire Zippo to be covered looking like this brass right here. My opinion, that is the perfect tarnish. So we've talked about the stages of tarnishing. Now we're going to move on to how long does it take for your Zippo to get to the different stages of tarnish. Like I said, so here are the stages of tarnish. Brand new, never touched, it won't tarnish. It'll stay like that as long as you don't keep it in a humid place or anything like that. It'll basically stay very well like that for a very long time because of the coating Zippo puts on it from the factory. Now, how long does it take for a Zippo to start tarnishing with the coating from the factory? And so if I was to pull this high polished brass armor out of the case and started using it today, how long would it take for that clear coating to wear off? That clear coating, if you're using it every day, taking it in and out of your hands and putting it in and out of your pockets, it's probably going to take a couple weeks, 3 weeks for that to wear off to where you're going to start to noticing the tarnishing. Now, if it doesn't have a coating, these will literally start to tarnish within a couple days. You're going to notice it within a couple days. It's going to look bad. It's going to get blotchy all over, and it's going to be you're really going to have to put up with it. But once you put in the time, this is only a few weeks old, and it's already almost at the perfect tarnish. I've been using it every day, though, keeping it in my pocket, making sure that it's getting worked, and that my oily hands are all over it, and it's helping it tarnish. So that's how long an uncoated Zippo will start to tarnish. Literally within the first day or two of you using it, it will completely start to tarnish right away. That's the great thing about brass. And it sometimes is downfall. It depends which way you look at it. I'm a tarnished guy, so it's not a downfall for me. Now, how long does it take? How much longer is it going to take for it to get to this perfect tarnish? Probably another month, I'd say. Usually. Now, for anyone wondering at home, okay, well, Zippo Fanatic, say I really like tarnish, how do I speed up the tarnishing process on my brand new brass Zippo? So the first thing you would do is you'd grab a microfiber cloth and you would grab some isopropyl alcohol. And what you're going to do with that is you're going to rub it on, you're going to dab it onto a microfiber cloth. You're going to take your brand new Zippo and you're going to wipe it all over. That is going to take off the protective coating that Zippo has put on your Zippo. And you should start to notice tarnishing with just in a few days of after that. Now, you want it to tarnish a little bit faster. You don't want to wait the months it takes. You can actually skip a month to get it to here. And the best way to do that would be to put a little bit of salt in some water, soak the Zippo in that for about 15-20 minutes, keep stirring it up, take it out, let it sit, and watch the magic happen. But like I said, if you're going to try to do that to a brand new Zippo, make sure you take the coating off first. And now, the next thing I want to say about the tarnished brass is, or wait, was that everything? I can't remember. I'm doing this all off the top of my head. 1 second. Yeah, just the tarnished brass doesn't show scratches. It's just perfect. Oh yes, and then there's a final stage. There's the final stage of brass. This, if you get it to this kind of tarnishing and then you put it away, in a few years it will start to go completely black. I am kicking myself for doing it now, but I had a brass Zippo that was completely black all the way around, like 540 all the way black. I sent it in for repairs, unfortunately. Uh, so it's gonna come back. They're gonna clean it up a little bit. They always clean up a little bit of brass on there. You'll never get it fully tarnished back. Every time I've ever sent a brass lighter there, they've cleaned it up a little bit. They don't make it a high mirror polish, but they put something on it and it cleans up the brass a little bit, unfortunately. And for any of you that don't know, you're probably thinking about copper too. Copper will tarnish green. Brass does too. Now, the copper tarnish, though, is a little more like a tealish, bluish green. And then, like, on this black Zippo, unfortunately, that I sent away, well, brass Zippo that has turned black with tarnish, I've sent it away. It actually had a green line growing on it too, because brass and copper are so similar. It will actually start to tarnish like that with a little bit of green in there, because there's some copper elements in the brass. Comes from the same mixture, just two different quantities. So that's basically it on brass. That's everything you got to know. That's how you get it to tarnish. That's how long it's going to take to tarnish. And you can speed it up a little bit if you wanted to. Like I said, high polished brass is not my favorite for the fine scratches. And it looks a little better when it's a little bit dull. Because the one thing I don't like too is when it's high polished, everybody asks me if it's gold. And because most people can't tell the difference between gold and high polished brass, unfortunately. Most people don't research it or have a keen eye for it. Why would they need to? So that's another reason why I don't like that, is because people think it's gold, and then it's just annoying. They're not going to look at that and think it's gold. They'll be able to tell that's some sort of brass, tarnished brass, because it doesn't have that high gloss, high glow. So I hope everybody found that video useful. If you have any questions or comments or opinions, let them know down in the comments. I'll get back to them as soon as I can. Everyone have a good day. I got some good videos coming for you here in the future. Some big unboxing videos. And everyone have a good night.